Right.
Master P and all them, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
at that age, like I could vividly go back and say, like I just hear like all types of music, you know what I'm saying? From Jodeci to R. Kelly to just everything up in the early 90s era, like I was tuned to it. And I just like, like just the vibes I guess of the music. And as I got older, I'd say probably around the age of maybe 7 or 8, I used to always write raps. Like I used to always write, just write. And my mom would give me for the, tell her the rap or
Right.
whatever. And like, like that was the bond that both of us shared. And I just always wrote, bro, like it was a bag that I had. I sort of go up probably with damn near like about 20 plus 30 tablets, like every page just full of raps, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
From the beginning of time, like I first started writing. And I think my 7th grade year, my 8th grade, my 7th grade year, the last day of school, my partner that I grew up with, named Woody, from out of Guardia, it's a long little story, man. Like, Woody got a brother named Carl, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everybody from out the hood was close, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody did some type of music, like, like just rap, song, dance, and Carl and I were in a little group, and I had a partner named AJ, both of us was in the group, and all of us was just writing rap, but I was one of the ones who
kind of navigated and put things together.
like I basically had a computer, and I was more.
You had the equipment.
Tuned with, getting the beats from off the internet. You know
Right.
What I'm saying? So
right.
I get buku beats or whatever, for everybody for the right to. So 7th grade, the last day of school, my partner Woody was telling me about this program that you can make beats on, because the program that all of us use for the record on, it was like a little beat thing on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like just a bunch of stuff that you could do.
Right.
My partner Buddha was telling me about this program called Fruity Loops or whatever. He was telling me, like it's free to download or whatever, and this and that. So that day, I got to my grandmother's house that day, and I found the program, I downloaded it, and I swear to God, from that day, from the last day of my 7th grade year, that summer, until the first day of school, for the following school year, I was inside on that program, like every day, sun up, sundown, like just teaching myself any and everything that I could about the program.
Right.
And I mean, like that's pretty much what kicked off the, beat making journey. Or
Right.
whatever. And yeah, I mean, like that's pretty much it up in a nutshell. Like as far as that go, I just got here to this program, downloaded it, and like for the entire summer, like every day that summer, I was inside on that program doing beats.
Right. Mastering your craft, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically self-taught with as far as making beats and structuring beats and everything. You pretty much self-taught.
Everything, from doing beats, recording, mixing, mastering, everything.
Right.
Everything.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So your craft and career basically started from that point and started to grow as you got better as far as your production skills. Now, now from that point, when did you actually start to work with artists? Even though your crew was, everybody was kind of, jotting lines and putting bars and putting stuff together. When did you actually started to work with actual artists when they started to get an ear?
All right. Let's see. That year that I started to do the beats, I was 13, and my only goal at that time, was just to do a couple tracks and just get heard.
Right.
And I'd say probably like a year later, I ended up meeting CeeLo.
Okay.
I ended up meeting Lo, and I played some stuff for him. And at first, Lo wasn't really in tune, at this time. Like I'm probably about 14, had just made 15 maybe. And I was playing some stuff, and everybody else was vibing to him, but Lo was like, nah, that ain't it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really take it personal, you know what I'm saying? But it was a sample beat that I played. I had flipped the Boosie Collins on I'd Rather Be With You.
Wow.
And it came on, and the drop came in, and it was like after the drop came in, like everybody got quiet and was just looking like, God damn. And as a matter of fact, it was me, Lo, Ready, DJ Wookie, Be Real, and like a couple other people. With the beat, like it dropped and it came on, and they loved it.
Right.
Like they did a song to it like ASAP, and probably about 2 weeks after that, about 2 or 3 weeks after that, I was introduced to Lil Fat, and at the time, Fat was working on his first project.
Right.
Damn, I can't think of the name of it right now, but the first project with DJ Khaled, they was putting that tape together, and he came for to come check out some shit from me, and I played them 4 strong ones or whatever, and them 4 strong ones ended up getting, placed on this tape.
Right.
Kind of, like it just jumped from there, really.
Right.
Like after he put out that tape, and like by my tags being up in the beats, like it
got you that recognition. So it had people wondering from that point who had gained an interest. Who's the person that's making these beats right here?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you this, because the people that you named, those are some predominant artists, and well known as well. Did you at that point, at what point, when things started to head towards a real prominent position as far as your name getting out there or whatever, at what point did you say to yourself, well, you know what, I need to try to get my business aspect of what I'm doing straight, as far as my paperwork, getting registered as a producer, and so you'll be able to get your rights and production credits? At what point did that kick in?
Maybe like a couple years after that, honestly, bro. Because from the jump, even though I was trying to gain a name or whatever,
right?
I didn't feel like I should start off, just selling my beats at $25, $50,
Right, right.
I think I started off at like $250 or some shit like that, and I just felt like, that you got to give a good work to yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though you just starting out to get people for to respect your mind and your hustle. You know
right.
What I'm saying? So it was like, the point of it is, like, it was some people that felt like, like my beats
Have a solidified name.
At the time.
Right. You on the come up.
But I always stood on everything I felt and I believed.
Right, right.
So by me just staying, you know, firm at a very, very fucking young age, you know, like word got around about it.
Right.
And probably, but at the age of like, I think like 17, 18, you know, I ain't gonna say no names, but there was some people I was dealing with, and they were trying to get a track from him, and they got back to me that they was gonna, you know, push this song kind of, you know, strong.
Right.
I wasn't signed to this label.
Right.
So they were gonna try to buy me out my rights. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of was familiar with the, you know, terms, but I wasn't.
Right.
So basically, what ended up happening, you know, I end up finding out, you know, this, that, and the third, and I end up finding out, well, you know, if they got to buy me out for my rights, I could charge them more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
So, like, I put the number out that I wanted, and you know, like they wasn't cool with it, and they exact words were that the most anybody done paid for a beat from me was $800. Why would they pay me that if I ain't never made over that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I told them, well, you know, like my business with, you know, other people ain't got nothing to do with this business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just went from, you know, like you know, just a bunch of back and forth shit to them presenting some paperwork that I wasn't all the way
familiar with.
Yeah, like, you know, like I understood a few things, but not everything. But for the most part, you know, like it made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like at that time, you know, I got to get my shit together. I got to learn the ins and outs of this and that. You know what I'm saying? For to get the tickets that I want for these tracks. You know what I'm saying? And my back end. So it was around like, you know, 17, 18, maybe 19. Like a few years after, you know, like the buzz started.
Right. That's when you started to kind of, well, basically from going through that experience right there, it kind of was an eye opener to you, which and the thing about it that was clear was that clearly you had something that they wanted.
Right.
Because they would have stepped, but they kept on pursuing it and then came back and presented you with some paperwork, which clearly let you know that, yo, I got something right here. And I think that it was absolutely dope that you stuck to your guns and didn't lower your standards, you know, because like, I guess, you know, when you start off a certain type of way, you know what I'm saying? People are going to perceive it that way. And they either going to respect it or check it. You know what I mean? And I think that that's real dope at a young age to stick your grounds and stand firm on that, which has, by doing that, positioned you, you know, and you get the respect and credibility with what you're doing right now, the way that you're moving now. I think that's dope.
Yes, sir. And too, and it's crazy because like maybe like a couple of years after that moment, I ended up getting my own paperwork drawn up, and you know, everybody that was coming to do business with me, you know, like I would pull that paperwork out, you know, like, and I would go through it with them detail for detail. I think it was like 6 or 7 pages. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
You know, like I just went through everything with them. You know what I'm saying? And till this day, I got, you know, partners I done built bonds with off of those situations. You know, me, you know, being 20, 21, you know, pulling up on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They trying to shop, you know, like, but I'm trying to make sure that the business right. I pull out the paperwork and they like, damn, you know, dude, about his business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that right there, like that has stuck with like a lot of people.
Right. Well, absolutely. I mean, it clearly solidifies you as a business person, and that you strictly about business, and it's not always about, yeah, we cool, and hey man, all the buttering you up and all that. You kind of beyond that point. It's strictly about the business.
Yeah.
So and I definitely dig that. Let me ask you something, man. With being in Baton Rouge, and you know, is absolutely a lot of talent out here, or whatever. But the thing about it is, why do you think that artists feel like, because they may have a name or may be a little bit farther in the game than you may be, than the producer may be at the time? Why do you feel like they shouldn't have to pay what you feel like your beat is worth? Why do you think that the mentality is that way? And it's not just here. It's all over.
I mean, I can't speak for everywhere else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I can speak for home. You know, BR is a small city. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know everybody. Like, like it's big, but it's small.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, with us not having a bunch of opportunities, a bunch of doors that could be open, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that I feel like everybody is, dumb to the business side of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't try to learn, you know what I'm saying? But everybody views California, views Atlanta, views motherfucking New York, and feel like, oh, like if I just let them just go there, it could happen for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I feel like if everybody do right by each other and just try to do business up in the right way instead of, trying to just get over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll teach us all the proper way, you know what I'm saying, to go about getting business straight. You know what I'm saying? But like,
right.
I just feel like, that it ain't been taught, and it's not being taught, and it's not being shown, you know what I'm saying, to people in whatever field that you in, you know what I'm saying, the proper way, you know what I'm saying, that'll benefit everybody, you know what I'm saying? So we,
right.
Basically it's the fucking mindset of shit, fuck that nigga, I'm about to try to get over, like I'm about to try to undercut him, you know what I'm saying, which keeps us stuck, you know what I'm saying, because ain't nobody trying to pass off the game and the knowledge of, okay, this is the proper way for to do this. This is what you're supposed to get. This, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Just passing notes and just passing info, you know what I'm saying, that's going to benefit it. Like that'll benefit the whole city. Like, that'll keep money coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
fucking
right.
Money brings money. You know what I'm saying? But everybody just be, it's like, if a person makes it, you know what I'm saying, they just feel like that they did it up on their own, fuck everybody, yada, 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? Versus, getting on, coming back, and just opening a door. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Just passing on information, like, which is free, but everybody not hip to, all the access of, finding this out and finding out that, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't got the proper resources for that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
You got the resources or you got the knowledge, pass that shit along. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll change the mindset of us as a city, you know what I'm saying? For to get us on the fucking level as Cali, fucking New York, and Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't think like that.
Right.
So I just feel like, poor thinking, like, is the main fucking reason why things are the way that they are and people think the way that they do in terms of business.
Right. Well, I definitely agree with you on that. Also feel like too that do you think that a lot of people that have made it or have gained some form of success or some form of wave or whatever could have done more as far as creating opportunities for other people to, you know, whether it's opening up for free or whatever the case may be.
You ain't got to even finish the question. Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? You know, but being a producer and an engineer, you know, like, I know about a lot of shit that go on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I don't straddle the fence. I don't play both sides of that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it be a lot of street politics that be involved in a lot of shit that keep it from being there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or it be, you know, be the people that you got around you know, like, that'll fuck up your train of thought of trying to, you know, just do a good deed for the next man, you know what I'm saying? Because your partner don't fuck with them, man. Fuck that nigga. You know what that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, there's a lot of, you know, just politics and personal shit that be involved that keep, you know, people from blowing it, keep people that's done blew from coming back, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, push the next person forward. Like,
right.
It's a bunch of street politics. I personally feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's a bunch of other shit, but, you know, like, that's yeah, like that's the main thing up in Q-Red's world.
Let's talk about your experience with working with NBA YoungBoy. And you worked with G Money as well. How was that experience, and how did the whole situation that happened between those two with working with both of these guys, how did that affect you?
I mean, with both artists, it was a great experience. Like, you know, like, both of them, you know, were super talented. You know, like, they both had passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, they both had passion.
Right.
The vision. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me. And that was something that I felt like I wasn't seeing, you know, coming up in the next generation. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, just a passion and a focus and a desire to actually, you know, do something. You know, but they were both great experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, with all the unfortunate shit that happened, you know, it's just like I told you. Like, I didn't ever straddle the fence. I didn't ever play both sides. You know what I'm saying? You know, like,
right.
To discount saying, oh, you know, fool said yada yada yada. And I was going to the next camp saying, oh, that nigga said this and that. Because honestly, like, to be like real honest with you, around me, it was never seen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was always one of the ones, you know, that would tell them, look, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, this ain't that deep. This
right.
ain't that serious. Because at those times, it wasn't serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was petty bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could always see the bigger picture in everything. So, you know, like, I understood that, you know, like, both of y'all ain't gotta work together, this or that, but, like, it's not that serious. And to be real honest with you, both of them respected my mind. You know, like both of them respected any input that I gave to any situation that, you know, came up. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I was just always on the kick of, you know, put the bullshit to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the routes that y'all, you know, the routes that the people have brought it to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, just keep doing what the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I wasn't ever, you know, playing on each of them top. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it was like I've always been a straightforward person. You know what I'm saying? So anything I feel, I'ma tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't bite my tongue. I don't hold no words or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always be respectful. You know,
right.
like with any conversation that ends up being had. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, you know, being up in the studio with both of them, it was great. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it was a dope ass experience with both of them because both of them brought different elements.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it brought me out of different comfort zones. You know what I'm saying? For the, you know, think bigger or, you know, like just think more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my input to every beat, to every song, to every recording, it was always appreciated from both of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And also too, it you know, being a producer and actually being a part of a special moment with something that's actually doing that's doing something. You know, it's definitely a different feel. It's definitely a different feel with working with somebody that actually has a real shot.
Yeah.
And really got some real business ties behind them. You know, it's really an unfortunate situation, man, because you know, I don't know why people feel like it's not enough money for everybody. They print money. And
they throw damn near $1 billion of it away every year.
Absolutely.
And been doing it for years.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I think that, you know, you know, it's really like you say, man, I don't know why the mentality is the way that it is in the city, man. It's you know, with so many different blueprints from other different cities that have figured it out and it's working, you would think that with all of these blueprints around from all these different cities and it's actually working and these people are showing year after year of success, more and more artists are coming and every year somebody new is, you know, and these artists are blowing up. It's like the same thing can transcend here. Like the blueprints are there. Like I don't understand like why people can't utilize these blueprints that are right before your eyes.
I feel like too, everybody, even if they done made a big level, or even if, you know, it's just some, you know, VR shit, like everybody got the mindset of I'm that nigga, you know, like I'm that yeah. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that, you know, like ain't nothing wrong with feeling like that. You know, like every person is supposed to, you know, feel good about themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's that kind of mindset too. Like especially if a person done made it. It's like, yeah, you know, like I'm that nigga nine. Like that's cool. And ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I feel like that kind of thinking, like it hinders a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like it blocks blessings a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like if a person make it, then they make it. Like, you know, like they was just destined for that, and can't nobody take that from them. You know
right.
What I'm saying? And they got every right for to feel like, you know, yeah, nigga, you know, I done made it. But at the same time, I feel like it's a point where growth, you know what I'm saying, gotta come into play to keep you level. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, when people get, you know, like just the fucking, like the smallest thing going, like all that patience and all that being fucking humble shit that they had, like it go about the window. And that's when, you know, people are like just getting started out and they just get a buzz. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
If a nigga make it and they blow, it's like, you know, like all that patience and humble and like that shit been gone. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like that thinking is fucked up.
Right.
But I'm trying to just keep it rolling for you.
Right. I mean, I definitely understand on that. Let me ask you this: with with the notoriety that you have gained with the work that you've put in, and have you ever thought about reaching out to outside of the city and trying to network with different artists from other cities?
I wouldn't say I just tried, you know what I'm saying, but I'm open to it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I done been to other places and then plugged up, like with some good people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Not trying to, like just go for the go. Excuse me. Go to find them, I guess,
Right.
so to speak. But it just happened. You know what I'm saying? Based off of all the work that I've done at home. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I wouldn't say, I just have went out to go, work with anybody, but I'm definitely open for it, like with
Right.
anybody.
It with your talents, like I'm asking you that because with your talents and your production style and skills and range, I feel that sometimes that's necessary, man. You know what I mean? Like because you yourself is a business. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes just catering to your city could hinder you as well because if you're not setting yourself up and positioning yourself to be heard by other artists out there who have a platform, who have a bag, who can get the check cut with no flack, you don't have to go through anything. This is what it is. Oh, okay, what it's it costs this. All right, cool. We finna get the check sent over. Yada yada. Or also, with a producer like you, like I say, you have so much range that I think that's incredible. That you also got network checks that you can collect as well.
Right.
As far as submitting your work to these networks, these reality shows, they always looking for new stuff. Or,
Look, give me one stick. I'm up in the middle of dropping my kids. I'll give you one stick.
Okay.
One stick.
Okay. You're now tuned in to the Vibe Show podcast with your boy Kano the Don and my special guest producer Q Red. We're taking a little break right now, y'all. Y'all bear with us. It happens sometimes. Got lives going on, man. Y'all keep it locked though. For this exclusive interview with my special guest, producer Q Red, on the Vibe Show podcast. Patience is a virtue. So I need to go to a commercial break, huh?
My bad. Hello.
Yeah. We back. We here.
My fault. But yeah, with everything that you said, 'cause I heard it. This is the deal with for the get up out of BR. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like that kind of goes back to the thing of ain't nobody passing no information. You know it's like
I got you.
Like, you know, everybody knows who Q-Red is. You know what I'm saying? Within this city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't feel like, you know, like I have gotten to the place where I'm trying to get to.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
And I don't care even if I got, you know, 30 mil. Like, I still wouldn't feel like I've gotten to that place. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it's like I always feel like is just a bunch of more shit that I gotta, you know, do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially being a producer. I mean, I know you want to get you some some movie scores. It's everything, everything that comes along with it. But again, like I'm telling you, and we're gonna talk off air too.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of like in a space in time now in 2019 where really and truly everything is available for us as far as information wise, because we already know we're not gonna get no information from the crib or anybody that's on or in position or got a plug or but why would they plug you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Q-Red, the producer, Q-Red, the businessman, that information is available. You know, and then again too, you know, being in the game as long as you've been in and have worked with seasoned artists or whatever, you already know that you have to surround yourself, you know, around people that's trying to head in the same direction that you heading in, because you right now you the plug and you can't really learn from, you know, people that's just sitting around you, like, you know what I'm saying, that's just, you know what I'm saying,
waiting on me to
waiting on you to blow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of times we go wrong at, because, you know, we I can tell, man, that you got a big heart, and I know that, you know, you've looked out for so many people, you've helped so many people, and you know, you also have a family as well.
Yeah.
So I know it gets difficult as a producer because, you know, your vision is much more bigger than the city. I know this for a fact. You can tell by your music arrangement, the way that you arrange music. You're definitely not just a beat maker. You know, you definitely are a producer. I've listened to a lot of things that you've done when I was doing my research. And like I said, I've you know, I'm a fan and have been a fan of different projects and things that you've brought to the equation that enhanced projects. So, you know, when I just feel like it's time to elevate to another level and start getting in that and being surrounded around people that's going places and that could connect you with the right type of network that you need in order to be able to get to where you're trying to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's not about we are beyond the talent part. We beyond that part. You know what I'm saying? You embody the talent, you know.
Appreciate it.
But being here trapped in the bubble and, like you say, lack of information, I think that's the only thing that's hindering you right now, because Baton Rouge is a small city, but it's a whole world out there of people who hadn't heard. Like I say, even working with different artists that may have got a little buzz out here or whatever, that don't mean that's went beyond the southern region.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
But this is the crazy thing, homie. Like, this what pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? About our city. It's like, all right, like I'm about to try to put a lot of shit in one right now.
Okay.
I went to Oakland a couple months ago. My first time going to Oakland.
Right.
And I was going to work, you know what I'm saying, but it didn't turn out to just be, you know, fully work, you know what I'm saying? But guy, you know what I'm saying, that I met out there or whatever, you know, like I was introducing myself to him, I just called out my name, and they were like, "Oh, I know exactly who the fuck you is."
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking fucked up. I'm like, damn, like this nigga way from open, like, you know. So
right.
Dude got the name and all kind of shit I done did. I'm talking about this nigga don't do music or nothing. Like, you know, he just a regular nigga.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? Like dude just naming shit. Like, you know, he naming who local artists, they songs, you know, he did this song, the video was like this, and I'm
Right.
like, God damn, like,
Now that's dope.
I'm way in Oakland, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck do this nigga know about this person and that person and this person? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, like, the thing that pisses me off is like everybody see us, but we don't see us.
Right.
It's like everybody from home knows, you know what I'm saying? But it's like ain't nobody trying to do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it just like it's like that. It really pissed me off, bro, because it's like it's so much potential, it's so much this, it's so much that, and it's like, you know, now we all got a culture. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you know, like just how fucking New Orleans, like, you know, like their culture is the bounce music and, you know,
Yeah.
fucking Mardi Gras. And this is not like y'all is starting to build a culture that's getting stolen. And what the fuck I mean by that is, you know, it's up there. It's
right.
Up. That shit come from here.
Right.
And I could stamp this, you know, like you could quote me on this. 2011, 2012, I could say I was involved in that phrase being made. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of people, you know, I don't know if they forgot or, you know, they just ain't worrying about it like that. You know, like not that, you know, like I just go about my day every day, you know, like we're just telling people this shit, but facts is facts. 2011, 2012, I get a call from fucking Reddit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, both of us were, you know, tight, like close, and you know, like a bunch of shit that I have accomplished, I owe to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, both of us, you know, were close. But he called me one day and was like, that nigga was telling me about this song from this artist from the A name, Alley Boy.
Right. Right.
Alley Boy did a song with Jeezy and Gotti called Folk. The song hard, like that bitch hard. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, that nigga really like just loved Alley Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like because they vibe was kind of the same.
Right. Right.
So he told me, you know, that he wanted something up on their vibe or whatever. So I asked him, you know, like what would his, you know, hook be or whatever. They were like, I don't really know or whatever. And there was somebody talking up in the background, and that nigga just had fucking randomly said, "It's up there." And basically the same way that we made the fucking song for What Up is the same way that the song that he ended up doing called It's Up There was made. You know what I'm saying? You know,
right.
Like he just threw out that little phrase, and I'm like, turn that into a hook. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up doing it, and he ended up putting fucking Mystical up on it, and they did a song with that phrase back in 2011, 2012.
Right.
The point is like, you know, like that it's crazy that I hear the whole fucking world saying, if it's up there, it's stuck there. It's up, it's up, it's up there. It's like, that's us.
Right.
SBR, Stepping, that's us. It's a lot of shit I be hearing, like just other people from other places say. You know what I'm saying?
Well, dances,
like,
like, the whole nine.
Our shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why is, like, basically, everybody from home is gonna let all these other places take everything that, you know, like we do and done did and done built and gonna run with it, and we're gonna be left looking stupid, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody trying to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just pissed me off.
It's no there's no representation here. I mean, think about it. Like, if you look at Atlanta right now, man, you got all late OGs are basically guiding the younger youth. You got Jeezy out there, you got T.I. out there, you got Big Boy Andre, you got I mean Gucci. I mean, just think about it. All late OGs are still there. And whenever these youngsters get out of line, they can go pull up on them and say, hey, look, man, we making too much money, man. The city hot right now. We good. Chill out with that, man. We not finna do that right there. Look, y'all need to yada, yada, yada. We don't have that here.
That go back to that street politics shit out there.
Exactly. And anybody that, like, you know, anybody that's blowed, they gone. I'm saying, what representation do we have other than legends from, you know, back in the day or whatever? You know what I'm saying? You know, Young Bleed, Max, CeeLo, you know, Boosie gone, you know, Kevin Gates somewhere else, NBA Youngboy, California. I mean, I'm just saying, like, who's here? You feel what I'm saying? Who's here?
But I mean, even with the people that's like, I can't speak for everybody else, bro. I can just speak for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not about to, you know, just act like, you know, I have been the biggest advocate, you know, on being together and this and that.
Right.
For whatever reason, with the last few years, it just, you know, dawned on me, and like that's the kick I've been on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, is trying to make BR BR. You know what I'm saying? Like on a bigger scale with any authority and power that I got. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. And I commend you on that.
On no motherfucking metro level and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I do know, you know, like that, you know, people of the city, you know, like they value my opinion. They value fucking house opinion.
You on that level? You on that level. You know, you don't have the notoriety that they may have or whatever, or the acknowledgement, but you're definitely on that level, no doubt.
Appreciate it.
You feel what I'm saying? You know, man, you're gonna have to come.
I just feel like, bro, like with the, you know, people that's done made it and left. Like, it's still people here that can still do horror.
Right.
Then, you know what I'm saying? The fuck they doing. Like, and at the end of the day, like, it's crazy because, like, everybody is tied in, my nigga. Like,
right.
The promoters, the DJs.
Everybody.
Producers. Like, everybody. Like,
that's what's so crazy about it.
Everybody is fucking tied in. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody doing shit.
Nope.
Like, to you know, bridge the gap. Like bridge some kind of gap. You know
everybody doing self.
Bro. Like, y'all niggas ain't gotta like each other. Y'all niggas ain't gotta fuck with each other. But y'all niggas can bring a bag for each other. Like, do a song and just get out the way. Like, whatever.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's what we doing this shit for. Like, for to make money to feed ourselves, feed our families. But everybody won't be, you know what I'm saying? You know, just that nigga and just be up on the kick of fuck a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's like that shit kind of keep us stuck, bro.
You know,
it does. Like
it really does.
It's deep with this shit, and like it's like I could explain it, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, what we gonna do? This what we gonna do.
I just know.
This what we gonna do, man. You can I get you to come back on the show? Yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 2. We're gonna have to do a part 2
every day,
and we're gonna do a part 2 of this. And the next one that we do, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a visual. we're gonna do a visual. We're gonna do the visual. We're gonna do it live, and we're gonna do the visual. What I need for you to do is for all of the listeners, all of your fans, all of the new listeners and old, could you give them your social platforms and ways that they can connect with you? All artists that's listening right now that want to work with you or ask you questions or get with you in any type of way, can you put your information out there for me?
My IG, Instagram, at QRed on the track, QREDONTHETRACK, everything spelled regular. Honestly, and I could say shame on me, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only platform, that I just use all the time. I got other platforms, but I'm always on the ground, but I gotta start, getting on Facebook and Twitter and, just all the other little shit that they got. But mainly, for the catch me, Instagram at